डियर स्टूडेंट, सब्सक्राइब बटन और बेल बटन को दबाएं ताकि मेरे वीडियोस आपको सबसे पहले मिल सकें।
Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Let's see the application of Pythagoras theorem. Here is one example in the form of word problem. And we have a ladder 5 meter long placed against a vertical wall with its foot 1.8 meter away from the base of the wall. How far up the wall does the ladder reach? We will develop the concept behind is the same as the right angle triangle. Here is the wall. We will draw picture for it. It's a sort of wall is here, and here is the ladder. You can make a little shape, but this line is representing the ladder and its length is 5 meter, and it is given in the problem that this point is 1.8 meter away from the foot of the wall, and we are supposed to find how high is ladder reached to the wall. This is x meter we are supposed to find, and you see this is wall which is all the time a vertical. The result of the concept when we convert in the form of figure it is giving us a right angle triangle where two sides are given, length of the ladder and its distance from the foot of the wall is 1.8 meter is given, and it's a height we are supposed to find. So it's quite easy. Pythagoras theorem, these two are legs and this is hypotenuse. Let's start from writing from left side because there is unknown involved in the left side. So x square plus 1.8 squared will be equal to 5 squared, and this x square plus 1.8 square is 3.24, because if we ignore a moment while this decimal, so 18 square is 324, and because this decimal jump up to two digits, so that's why after writing this complete value of 18 square 324, I have inserted decimal after two digits. Well, you can get from calculator. Well, this is equal to 5 square is 25. Then x square will be equal to 25 minus 3.25, and when we subtract 3.25 from 25, our value is 21.76, and this is equal to x square. Let's operate square root on both sides. This is x square and this is square root of 21.76 and here square cancel with square root, so x is equal to the value of 21.76. its square root is 4.66 meters. You will get from the help of calculator. And what is this? This is the height of the wall up to the ladder is reaching. The height of wall where ladder has reached. Well, my dear students, I'm sure the learning point from this word problem is we need to make the sense of understand what values are given in the word problem and how to convert them in the form of figure. In the application of Pythagoras theorem, 99.99, you will all the time find that the figure will be a sort of shape of a right angle triangle or it can be converted half part or some part of the figure in the form of right angle triangle, and then you will use Pythagoras theorem that will give you the unknown side, unknown value, that will be the answer, or this answer will help you to reach towards the answer of that word problem. Alright, my dear students, let's come towards example number 2 for the word problems for use of Pythagoras theorem. Here is example. Mr. Lee buys a 30-inch television. The height of the screen is 18 inches. Given that the televisions are measured across the diagonal, that is, the length of the diagonal is 30 inches. Alright, my dear students, let's have one more example for the use of Pythagoras theorem in the form of word problem. Here is Mr. Lee buys a 30-inch television. The height of the screen is 18 inches. Given that the televisions are measured across the diagonal, that is, the length of diagonal is 30 inches here, how wide is the screen of this television? This television, let's draw its picture. For example, here is television. And this is diagonal length. And definitely here is a right angle. And this height is given, this is 18 inches, and this is 30 inches diagonal value. And the question is, we're supposed to find this width. How many inches are here? As I was telling you, my dear students, first read the word problem, try to understand what values are given, what's the overall concept, and then what values are given, what theme of any figure is developing here, and what value or measurement you're supposed to find. Here, the overall concept is the television is given, its diagonals is measured normally when the measurement of television is talking about its diagonal measurement. This is 30 inches television. Its height is 18, this is given in the question, and we are supposed to find its wideness, its width. This length we are supposed to find. How wide is this television? So, you will first focus on drawing the correct picture, label the values, and then you can see here the one portion is representing a right angle triangle. And moving towards the concept of Pythagoras theorem, because three sides are involving here, one we are supposed to find. And according to the previous sense we got, the concept we have learned, we will apply on it. So we will have x square, this is and this are legs, x square plus 18 square is equal to 30 square. So let's work for finding value of x. Plus 18 square is 324 and 30 square is 900. So x square will be equal to 900 minus 324. Now we will subtract this 324 from 900. We will get, subtracting 4 from 10. If we borrow 1 from here, remaining 8, 10, borrow from here is 9, and from this 10 when we subtract 4, we will get 6. And here is 9. When we subtract 2 from 9, we will get 7. Here is 8. When we subtract 3 from 8, we will get 5 here. So the x square is equal to this. Now operating square root on both sides. Here is 576. This is square root. Implies that we will have 24 is the square root of 576. If you have in your mind, you can write directly. Otherwise, you can use calculator. So therefore, screen of the television is 24 inches wide. So, as I explained in the beginning of the question, the rest of work in normally the word problem related to Pythagoras theorem, the working is normally easy as compared to the scaredness connected or related with the word problems. If you understand correctly, you draw the figure and you will see when you will start using Pythagoras theorem, this concept of calculation and the sense used in Pythagoras theorem is comparatively easy. And I'm sure you are now improving your concept of handling word problems, and we will keep it up, continue while improving our skills to cope up the word problems and then reaching towards the unknown value asked in the word problem. Alright, my dear students, let's have example number 3. It's very close to real life application. A school ground in the shape of a rectangle ABCD has sides x plus 7 meter and x meter, and the length of diagonal BD is x plus 9 meter. Calculate the value of x. This application is the form of algebraic sense, where the algebraic expressions or equations will be involved. Let's draw first of all school ground. Here is a school ground. This is a rectangular shaped picture, and let's start labeling these 4 corners A, B, C and D. My dear students, one key point, whenever you are supposed to label any picture, you are supposed to label according to the order. You may label them A, B, C, D. This is anti-clockwise order, which is the best one, but no problem. You can label them from clockwise order as well, A, B, C and D. So in order you're supposed to label them. It's very important. You need to pick this key point. And now it is given that the diagonal BD, here is BD given. This BD is the diagonal of this ground, and its length is given. This is x plus 9 meter. So we have developed the figure according to the given condition. There is a rectangular ground. I have made rectangle. Its length is given, that is x plus 7 meter, and with its length and its breadth is given, this is x meter here. And now this is whole situation in which a right angle triangle containing 3 sides in the form of x. We are supposed to find the value of this x. Obviously, when we are looking at 3 sides, we are thinking about Pythagoras theorem, whose application we are doing. This is the longest side, hypotenuse, and these 2 are the legs. So square of this value will be equal to the sum of square of these 2 measurements. So let's start working on it. And this is x plus 9 whole square is equal to x plus 7 square plus x square. And let's expand this x plus 9 whole square. This is the expansion of algebraic expression, consists of two terms. As you learn a plus b whole square in algebra, we will expand in the same sense. This will be x square plus 18x plus 81 will be equal to, in the same way, this is x square plus 14x plus 49 and plus x square as it is. Let's simplify both sides where possible, and then we will transfer, for example, these values to this side, because this side containing 2x square plus 14x plus 49, and here is we have x square plus 18x plus 81. This is x square plus 18x plus 81. Let's transfer all these values to this side. So we will have 2x square minus x square. After writing first this, I have shifted this x square to this side. It's become negative. This is equal to this 14x, and let's shift this 18x to other side, minus 18x. Now this plus 49, and now 81 here minus 81. And now subtracting these values, I shifted all these values equal to this, and this 14x is already here, sorry, and all these values are equal to 0. Subtracting this from this will give you x square, and subtracting 14x from 18x, this will give you minus 4x, and subtracting 81, this will give you minus 32 is equal to 0. So we have quadratic equation. Let's split in factors by the concept of midterm breaking. Here x square minus 8x plus 4x will give you, it's totally up to you how you will break up according to your prior knowledge of midterm breaking in quadratic equation. Minus 32 is equal to 0, and from these two terms x is common. We will have x minus 8 here, plus we can have 4 common from here. This is x minus 8, this is equal to 0. We got two factors, x minus 8 into x plus 4 equal to 0. Now put them separately equal to 0. X minus 8 is equal to 0, and x plus 4 is equal to 0. This will give you x is equal to 8, and this will give you x is equal to minus 4. And since this is real life values of the measurement, for the measurement of any ground, value of x cannot be less than 0. Therefore, our final answer is x is equal to 8 meter, my dear students. So in this question there are more calculations because of the involvement of algebraic expressions, but we work in the same way, in a same sense concept that we learned from Pythagoras Theorem idea, and then we are utilizing in word problem. We draw the picture, and on this figure we apply Pythagoras Theorem, and then we use a little algebra, simplify it, and finally we got the value of unknown. I hope with these three examples you got a sense of